What is good, frag lovers? What I have for you today, as you read in the title, amazing fragrances you probably never heard of. We're gonna get this started right now. Let's do it. Welcome back to my channel. We have 31 flavors like Baskin and Robbins, all right? We have 31 fragrances that you probably never heard of. And we're gonna jump right in. Here we go. All right, the first fragrance on this list is coming out of the house of Phaidon, and this is called Pure Azure. This smells like salted fig Newtons covered in vanilla ice cream. Done. All right, the second fragrance is gonna be from the house of Eldo, and this is Experimentum Crucis. This smells like a fruit salad slathered in honey and huge skank. Very carnal. Once again, Experimentum Crucis. The third awesome fragrance you probably never heard of is coming out of the house of Pharmacia SS Annunziata, and this is called Talc Gourmand. Man, the name literally says everything you need to know about this fragrance. Wicked powdery, but sweeter than a candy shop.
Triple cream Casper, Christopher.
All right, this next one is a wicked hard one to pronounce because, you know, I'm not French.
Je dois vous prévenir que le maniement de faux billets est puni par les travaux forcés en perpétuité.
But I'm gonna try my best here. This one is coming out of the house of Liquide de Maisonnier, and this is called Les Peuples. I think I got that right. Anyway, this is basically fig bars covered in spices and whipped cream. Really nice fragrance right here, all right? Moving on. This one is called Akaba. This one has been featured a few times in my videos. This is tobacco covered in lemon juice, vanilla, and licorice. Done. All right, the next amazing fragrance that you probably never heard of is coming out of the house of Alexandra J, and this is called Zephyr Oud Vanille. For this one, you got a picture toffee bars covered in coconut milk, vanilla, and oud. You know, to give it that sexy skank. Done. Next is coming out of the house Omnia Profumi, or Profumo. I've seen it spelled both ways. Anyway, this is called Ambra. This is a smoky amber with powder and chocolatey, very chocolatey patchouli. Amazing. Next is coming from the house of M. Micallef, and this is called Night Oud. This smells like I'm gonna say an oudy fruit salad with vanilla. Done. Ironically, number 9 is number 9, Posala. I'm not joking. The name of this fragrance is number 9, Posala. This literally smells like you walked into a smoke shop carrying a big basket of peaches and pears, and then you drop them on the floor and step all over them. And the 10th fragrance you probably never heard is another number, and this is the number 1. I said it before, and I'll say it again. This should have been called Oud Apple, because that's exactly what it smells like. There you go. Done. This is called Devious. This is incredible, brother. For all you drinking ass drinkers.
Ain't you ashamed? Intoxicated.
You ever hear of a roasted toasted almond? Yeah, this is what this smells like. Amaretto, whiskey, sour cherries, nutmeg, almonds, tonka, and vanilla. Because even if you're not a drinker like me,
I'm a teetotaler. Yeah, I'll never touch the stuff, boy.
you'll certainly smell like one. Once again, Devious. Next, Ambra Mediterranea. You probably have heard of this if you've been watching my channel. I did bring it up a few times. I don't mention it very often because I have so many other fragrances, but if you have been following me, then you already know that this is the third best amber fragrance ever made. Absolutely stunning. Ambra Mediterranea. Next is from Histoire 2, and this is called Été Indien. A powder bomb, guys. Powder bomb. The powder and the spices in this fragrance are off the scale. Good luck trying to find this beast. You're gonna have a hard time doing so. But if you're lucky enough to get it and you like powder, grab it. You won't be sorry. Next. Next is from the house of 4160 Tuesdays, and this is called the Dark Heart of Old Havana. One of my most complimented last year. This smells like you're walking to a Cuban cigar plantation, drinking a cup of black vanilla flavored coffee. Done. Next is Alexandros. This is a spicy leather, smoky, and sweet fragrance. Very, very Italian, all right? And next is Black's Club Leather from the house of Shea and Blue. This smells like you threw a leather jacket on the floor, then poured honey all over it and doused it with cognac and then set fire to it. That's basically what you're gonna have with Black's Club Leather. Incredible. Oh, and it's a beast, so be careful on the trigger. Next is from Phoebe Peacock, and this is called Besame Mucho. Sweetest, and dare I say, best patchouli fragrance in the entire Alpha Quadrant.
The final frontier.
Full stop. Chocolate, vanilla, tonka, and tobacco. You want a better patchouli fragrance? Forget about it. Not gonna happen. Once again, Besame Mucho. And this fragrance right here, this one is called Fusion Sacré. I'd say that this is the strangest fragrance on this list.
Stranger, it stinks so good.
No question about that, all right? To me, anyway. This one smells like you took a celery stalk, a couple of sticks of black licorice, and stuck it inside of a hot cup of coffee. Then you added some rum, some caramel, and citrus juices. Don't even lie. You never smelled anything like this. Admit it. You'll sleep better. Just kidding. Anyway, this is a really incredible fragrance, right? Again, Fusion Sacré. Next is coming out of the house of Shea and Blue, once again, and this one is called Framboise Noir. The name, I mean, if you speak French, says everything you need to know about this beauty, all right? Straight up berries, berries, and more berries. Wicked, wicked fruity. This one is called Epine Mortel. 2 varieties of roses, a splazillion spices, and the tang of blackcurrant, criminally slept on. Once again, Epine Mortel. This This next one is called Liqueur Chanel. This one smells like a Moscato or a sweet Gewürztraminer. And before you even ask, hell no, I do not drink alcohol. All that shit is vile to me. So if you're wondering how I know about Moscatos and Gewürztraminers, you know, I had to ask my wife. I don't know jack about it. But I do know about how it smells. Anyway, this is a very boozy fragrance, fruity and sweet, lots of caramel, and oh yeah, tobacco. Don't act like you've ever heard of this one, people, because you haven't. Don't even try it. No, all jokes aside though, this is a really, really great fragrance. Once again, Liqueur Chanel. Moving on. This one is Versilia Aurum. All right, this is a resinous, balsamic, and very sweet floral. And it's fruity. Big player in here, strawberries. Low flyer, absolutely delicious. Again, Versilia Aurum. Next is another number, and another number one. I don't know what it is with a lot of these fragrance houses, man. They like to name their fragrances after just numbers. But it doesn't matter. It smells fantastic. This is called Number One. And this is coming out of the house of Utopia. This one smells like Italian anise cookies covered in flowers and tobacco. Done. And next is a very low flyer. This is called the Architects Club. This is, I'm going to call this an Angelica and Citrus Bomb. If it was a crime to smell this good, cops would be like, yeah, again, the Architects Club. Moving on. Next up, this one is called Meraviglia. This is a spiced tobacco, lightly smoked with lime juice and cinnamon. Flippin' fantastic. Meraviglia. This one is coming out of the house of M. Micallef, and it's called Akoa. Chocolatey, grassy, and citrusy. Absolutely stunning fragrance. And no one's ever heard of it. Done. Next is Ayamasai. I know you've never heard of this one. And just listen. You know what? I'm going to give you the notes in this one. Caramel, smoked vetiver, spices, tolu balsam, bitter orange, incense, licorice, brazier wood, dry grasses, resins, cashmerean, coffee, and toasted hazelnuts.
And then I heard a shot. Boom.
Forget it. You never smelled anything like this. And that's all I need to say. This fragrance is awesome. Strange as F, but awesome nonetheless. Love this liquid. Once again, Ayamasai. From the house of Ruse and Ruse. They recently changed their name from Dear Rose. I don't ask, I have no clue. Anyway, this one is called Menta Religiosa. Remember that old Scope commercial where they talked about being minty fresh?
Say good morning every morning with that minty fresh tingly sensation. You can only get it with Scope.
Yeah, this is the fragrance version. Minty fresh. Add some citruses, incense, and sweet vanilla, and an absolute explosion of heliotrope, and this is what you've got. All right, next is coming out of the house of Rarana Parfum. This is called Plum Rose. Again, what's in a name? Roses, plums. I mean, this is basically a spiced fruit salad covered in rose petals. Amazing. All right, next is Manic. I reviewed this a long time ago, and I think I mentioned it maybe one other time. This smells like a big slab of fudge covered in pear nectar, powdered chocolate, and vanilla, all right? All day strength, and the scent is literally out of this world, all right? Once again, Manic. And last but not least is from the house of Anfas, and this is called Rahaba. I think I mentioned this beauty once before, maybe twice, I don't remember. Anyway, very few times. Obviously, this is a luscious pineapple bomb. This fragrance is so fruity, it'll have you following your nose like Toucan Sam in that old Fruit Loops commercial. Remember that?
Follow my nose.
I'll have to wing it.
It always knows.
Nose dive!
The aroma of fruit.
I'm flying.
Kellogg's Fruit Loop cereal.
But that ain't enough. This is pretty boozy as well. It's got a nice amount of gin in there, very detectable. It sweetens up with vanilla and tonka and candied almonds. And if that isn't enough, it's slightly powdery with the amber, and then it's gonna be resinous with Tolu balsam. I'm telling you, this fragrance is nuts. Beautiful pineapple fragrance. And the good news is, even though the pineapple is in the top tier of this fragrance pyramid, it lasts throughout the entire fragrance's tenure on your skin. From the very moment you spray it on until it dives off the cliff. This is a very, very pineapple-y fragrance. And that's it, and that's all. Those are my 31 fragrances you probably never heard of. My next review is soon. I'm out of here. I'll talk to you guys later.